Last question, I'll let you roll. You know, every college player has a moment that they will remember forever on the field, right? Looking back at your career at Navy, right? If you had to pick one moment I know you're going to remember a lot of moments, but what is that one special moment that you'll remember that you're like, man, that was all worth it?
I have two that come to mind, but I'm going to go with it actually happened this past year. It actually kind of makes me emotional thinking about it because it's just there was so much going on this year, and playing lacrosse never helped me because I would, the first year with Coach Nima Talolo, he was like, "It's okay, you can miss spring ball." And, so I did it. I played lacrosse all year round, missed spring ball, came back. I went from a starter to second string, had to fight my way back up, ended up finishing the season as a starter. And the next year, we got new coaches coming in, coaches get fired, and I'm like, I'm not doing that again. I'm playing spring ball. So there was a period of lacrosse year where I was doing both. I was going back and forth, back and forth. The new offensive coordinator that came in, he wanted to go another direction. He didn't think I was the guy for him in the offense that he wanted to run. And, he kind of pushed me to the side a little bit, you know what I mean? And he tried to change my position. I had to play slot back for multiple weeks. I got moved and barely was getting any time there. And I'm like, how did I go from somebody that was, the youngest freshman to ever play in Navy football history and I lead the team in yards per game. And now I'm a fourth string slot back. Like, how does that make any sense? And this is my senior year. This is my last opportunity, to live up to what my expectations and, everything like that. So, so I got moved to A-back. I got no love. Season goes on. One quarterback goes down. I'm still in the slot back room. Next week, another quarterback goes down. I get the tap. I say, hey, we're going to move you back to the quarterback room. Okay, so next day, now I'm taking snap back under center. And I was gone. I haven't played quarterback in practice since maybe September, maybe late August, and now it's November. And they're like, come on. And, flaws. It was like it was just like it was back running the option, making the reads. I did it for so long. It was like riding the bike. I remember the coach I'm not going to say the name, but our offensive coordinator at the time was like, it's like riding the bike, huh? I said, yes, sir, it is. And, so let me try to speed this up. But season goes on. Now I'm back to quarterback, but I'm still not getting the tap yet. I'm still right there. I'm right there. And eventually I get the tap against Temple. And, I rushed for 100. I threw for 100, but we ended up losing in the game. And I was like, everything is lined up right in front of me. The story was perfect, but I got a lot of love for the game. People were like, why haven't we been using him all along? Where has he been? Blah, 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 blah. Blocked it all out. I said, there's a game against UAB next week at home. We got to win. And this is coming to the last couple opportunities that I have to show why I deserve. I went in there and spoke my opinion multiple times. What can I do to get some time? What can I do to help this team? Blah, 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 and finally I had my opportunity right in front of me, and I'm starting again. And I don't know how many people really believe that I could get it done. But we got it done, and we ended up blowing them out of the water. I threw for a touchdown, ran for 2, and it was just the most emotional. I remember sitting on the bench with like 3 minutes left to go in the game and just breaking down crying because every year I worked my tail off to be the guy. Because I was playing 2 sports, it put me at a disadvantage. People and coaches, I remember this coach this year telling me he didn't feel I was bought into the team because I was playing 2 sports. And, and every year I dealt with that, and I fought my way back, And this year it was extremely hard. Senior year, I felt like I was letting all my family down. Again, this is familiar to the story of high school. I felt like I was letting everybody down, and I got my opportunity. And it went extremely well. But there was so much adversity in between there that made that moment so special for me. And, we ended up, winning the next couple games. And it was just the best moment in my sports career, I'd say, for sure, for me and my family. And, yeah, it was amazing.
Makes it all worth it, right?
All worth it, yeah.
So good, man.
Well said, man. Well said. Beautiful
Thanks,
story
appreciate
too.
Yeah, Alex, you're one that these guys look up to. You're one that I look up to, right? I mean, I followed your career, and you made the best of it, and you're a heck of a story. And I hope that we can continue to stay in touch. Smoke and I are always here for you. You know that. So I'm always going to keep in touch with you too. Maybe I can catch one of your games up there.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.